Hey guys, this is Jim, aka Armoraman. I'm just bringing you a quick battle in my T34. This one was... oh, this is not the battle I'm thinking of, is it? Okay, well, maybe we'll see how this one goes. I just don't remember it. Oh yeah, actually, I do remember this battle now. This is... I guess I'll do two of these battles in my T34, both of them on Ruinberg, actually, so we'll have a kind of a flip side of the coin thing. This has to be one of the most disappointing battles I've played in a long time. Look at my team. Let me just pause here. If you look at the left of the screen, you can see we have 4 solid above-average players playing in very good tanks. My T34, a T34-2, Yog Panther 2, and an ARL 44, so arguably the ARL 44 may be in a kind of a weak position. The enemy team, nobody above average. Nobody above 52, actually, that I'm looking, in terms of WN6. So, and also, watch how this initial battle evolves, and you'll see why this was one of the most frustrating games I think I've ever played in World of Tanks. So you can see on the map, on the mini-map, the T29, an AT8, a Ferdinand, an ARL, the ARL 44, Tiger 2 or Tiger P, a Tiger P, and the IS6 have all moved up to the classic positions, obviously, on this map. The Yog Panther 2 has moved to the eastern side of the map with the T34-2 and the Hellcat. I decide to do move up the middle here and I'd see this IS6. I want to try to get some shots on him, so I do. Get one anyways. So there's the IS6 right off the bat, 415. Under pressure. I want to maintain some cover here because I know their enemy team is stacking up over there to my south and could theoretically, you know, come after me if I pull too far forward. I want to have a position here where I can go hull down, which I do. I have a great spot here. Waiting for this IS to back up, but I'm gonna get so many targets. I'm gonna have such a target-rich environment here. Notice the IS is pulling up behind me. And notice that on the eastern side of the map, nothing's going on. The Yog Panther 2 is for some reason sitting over by base waiting for something to happen. I'm not sure the Type 59 and the VK may be AFK. All those tanks may be AFK. I don't know. That could have been the problem with this game, I guess, now looking at it, looking at the map in retrospect. I have no idea what the T20 is doing. Okay, now a KV-2 has been spotted to the south. A KV-2. A Tier 6 tank. But we have lots of Tier 8s here. Now I have a T-34 moving right up on me. So far, 1191 in total damage. I decided to wait for a shot there, but unfortunately I should have pulled over slightly. So, you can see though, I don't know what was happening here. I mean, they're just able to stack right into that square area there, and for some reason my team is not able to capitalize on this at all. I mean, you think at least the T29 up there would have been able to poke around that far west position and take shots like at that low that's now facing me. He's fully exposed on the other side. Or he should be anyways. Alright, so another shot here on another IS-6. They have 2 of them. Part of the problem, though, looking at this in retrospect, is I'm not killing anything. You need to whittle down their numbers, and we're not whittling their numbers down. Now, for some reason, I guess because so many tanks had showed up there, I decided to bug out and try to get a better position. That was a mistake on my part. I should have stayed right where I was. I was getting lots of bounces. I was doing okay. From this point forward, though, it's just a massive fail. I mean, out here I've done 2395 in damage now. Watch this. And I only have 350 hit points left. And my driver's dead. And I've decided not to heal him. Alright, so there's the IS-6. Finally, an IS-6 has bit the dust. And I'm up to 2734 in damage. You see my team, we're now losing 7-5. They're dying seemingly like crazy. I'm not sure what happened to the Yogg Panther 2. He's moved down towards their base. They should have capped here is what they should have done. I don't know what they were thinking, but let's see what happens. And I'm dead. Now, I followed this for the rest of the game. We have 45 seconds. For some reason, only 2 people on the cap, and then they leave the cap. Everybody leaves the cap. I mean, did we see that? Did I actually just see that happening?
This vehicle is heading.
So they enter the cap zone, crossing through it, and with 2 people on, they have 46 seconds. If they just had to add a 3rd person there, they could have gotten it down to 30 seconds or so. But no, they do not cap. They decide to move around, like somehow, now that it's 9-9, they've somehow achieved the advantage. Now keep in mind, we have some really good players playing here. Well, now 1 less. Now it's 9-10. Now it's 10-10. Alright, here's where I switched. So look, I love this. So this Yogg Panther 2, he's got a 128mm gun. That's the 128mm gun. That is an SP with a little 90mm gun. It does 200 and something damage if it penetrates per shot.
Track fix.
He fires.
Let's roll.
I don't know what he just hit there, but I do get a good look at the Super Pershing as it comes around this corner, and that's why I start typing, you know, shoot the tubes. Look, he's shooting it right in the front, at its most strongest position. He's hitting a Super Pershing, and this is not a dumb player. This is a player with the 54 WN6 rank, and he's killed 3 tanks already. Maybe there are players who just don't know how to tackle certain scenarios, and that's potentially why you watch videos like this. But okay, so if you're watching this video and you don't know how to kill a Super Pershing, you see those 2 little tubes on the very top here, right there. You see them, the two little tubes. Let me see if I can get my cursor on the screen. These little tubes. You see these? You shoot at those. You never shoot down here unless maybe you can hit the machine gun port. There is an area underneath these wings that you can shoot on either side, but you do not shoot anywhere here, like in the mantlet. You could shoot up here if you get a good shot on one of these cupolas, but the easiest shot is right here, or try to at least track him right in the front idler wheels. So now they're capping. And the score, notice, is now, there's only 3 of them left. 3 of the enemy team left. I almost didn't watch it. So he kills that tank as he's coming around the corner. And again, the tank with the 128mm gun continues to fire and do no damage. Now the T-20 coming up behind him. I must have stayed on this view for some reason. I think I was typing. I said, you have a JP2 and you don't know the weak spots in an SP? I wish I could go back. So now they're down to, they've killed 2. Seriously, I didn't switch. I guess I didn't switch. Oh, that's interesting. That's like a ghost tank. Is that actually somebody pushing him around? No, it can't be. I've seen this a couple times recently. It must be a bug where I saw this in a game happen where a tank moved, and I thought, oh, there must be someone in that bush behind it pushing it. And then when I moved up rather quickly, there was no one. Therefore, there we go. Therefore, it essentially just had moved in the game. I mean, the graphics caused some kind of glitch. All right, so now we have a 4-kill T29 and a 1-kill M4A3E2 against a 2-kill T26 and a 2-kill T29. But both good players. Better players by stats anyways than the two on our team, on my team. But, the T29's killed 4. Of course, he's down to 974, which is still decent. He's got, 80% of his health left. So I figure, well, he must know what he's doing, right? I mean, come on. By the way, I showed them on the map where the last sightings were for those 2 tanks. So he should know where they are. And a second ago, I think I indicated that in chat, too. I just must have missed it. Alright, so he's trying to pull up slowly and get... But look, he's completely out in the open with nothing covering his lower glacis. He has no cover whatsoever. Of course, neither does that T29. But, I mean, really? This is how you want to win this match? By just backing up? Is that going to do it? Why didn't you pull over to the side there and get some cover? Maybe that IS right there would have been nice cover. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm just lost. I just dotted there. And then they go over, of course, and kill the M4, the E2, and that's the end of it. Well, the E2, to his credit, oh no, he didn't. That was, again, some map glitch. Alright, here's the battle in Ruinberg where my team just, I don't know, just awful. It was terrible. Disappointing. Team scores. I was number 2. 3,164 damage. I mean, whoa. I just... one tank against... I mean, how many was I firing against there? Quite a few. At one point, I think there were 4 or 5 tanks firing at me. So, I'm surprised I didn't get Steel Wall, to be honest. But, I guess... did anybody get it? Doesn't show me on this, does it? No. Anywho, so that was 84,000 in credits, even though it was a loss. 56,000 netted. 13 shots fired, 10 direct hits, and 9 penetrations. Total damage 3,164. I received a potential damage of 4,370. 4,370. And what do I have? 1,500 hit points or something like that. So yeah, wow. Not one I'll likely forget anytime soon. Our T29 though did kill 4 and had slightly higher XP than me, but I mean, let's look at his stats. He shot 15 times, 12 direct hits, 8 penetrations, and did 1704. He received 12 hits with 12. He received 12 hits, got 9 penetrations. He had a total damage received of 2930, which he detected a bit too. So wow. Okay. Okay. So here's the other battle, the battle that my team wins. As you can see, it's a tier 9 match. There's, what, 5 tier 9s on both sides. And some formidable ones, too, like the Foch and the Object 704, and 2 T30s, and a Lorraine, which in a T34 wouldn't be too much of a bother. But, and good players. The Foch is an 88 WN6 player. The T69 on their team is a 60, and the AC48 is a 63. We have some good players on our side as well. The IS6, myself, and the T69. But not, if I had the stat thingy that, like, actually a module thingy that shows your chance to win, we probably didn't have a huge, I mean, we may have been at a lower chance tier to win here. A chance to win. Alright, so I do the standard get rid of the debris in the middle of the field. Now, keep in mind, I'm training my T32 crew in this T34, and they literally, at this point, I believe, were kind of near 100%, but not quite. They were like in the 90s. They have no skills, no perks to speak of. I think my commander may have had like a little bit of repair or something, but that was it. So I see this ELC and I try to get a shot on him, but I miss. Didn't quite have enough time to focus there. Try to get another shot on through here, but don't reload fast enough. See, I should have waited and got him here. Yeah, that would have been the smart thing to do, but I didn't. Okay, so I didn't have a lot of hopes going to this game, being that I'm in a tier 8 and there's some really formidable tier 9 tank destroyers. And it's always tough when you're in these city streets. Sometimes they, seem to get the better of you. So right off the bat, I'm facing a T-30 and a Tiger 2 against 1 scenario. I don't think... Yeah, I guess I had this Leopard PTA over here giving me some fire support as well. I want to quickly get some damaging shots on these guys. You notice I did just switch to APCR. Gonna wait for that VK to get out of my way. Focus in. Wasn't quite sure where the corner was. I thought that was the corner, but I wasn't sure if it was the building. So I pull out a little bit further, and I'm able to get a shot here on the Tiger while he was reloading, I guess. Oh, and by the way, they killed that VK. I guess it was probably, the Lorraine maybe, or the Lorraine must have killed him further down. Get a nice miss there on that T-30, unless he was shooting at the Leopard, but I don't think he was. And then I get another nice shot on that Tiger, 2. And again, I am firing. That was a bad ricochet. I am firing APCR. I've only got 6 rounds, but I'm going to go ahead. This is one of those battles where I want to make sure I do some damage to get my guys some XP, even if we lose this match or if we win it. But I want to make sure I've done some actual, some damage like that. Because everything in this is a game, ironically, which and not a subject I really love, but this is a game about math. This is about volume of fire. It's about doing damage. This is why in war, like in the Civil War and other wars, especially ship battles, they cared about rate of fire, the amount of cannonballs they were able to pour out per, whatever minute or whatever the timing, the base time was. Now, not sure why I thought let's go over and tackle this, 1550 HP Foch, but I do, just by luck, get that T-30, a lucky shot in terms of him just sitting there waiting for me to come around and fire. This is what happens when players sometimes miscalculate, and they know they're firing like he was firing against that 704, and he probably figured the 704 had to reload, so I've got time. Then I do what I think is either a stupid or gutsy maneuver here and pull out to try to get some shots, and I killed the other T-30. So now I've killed both of their T-30s. Granted, it wasn't much on that one, but I did some damage on my own to him too. So the lowly little T-34 has taken out some of the 9s, and now I have a 704 that wants to play. And he's desperately... Oh, now he turned around because he sees the T-95 at the other end of the street. So I know this is it. I gotta get in here. I gotta move. Wait for that Foch to spin the rear. Take a track shot there, and then I just get up behind the 704, wail on him, trying to essentially keep him from turning around and facing me. I tracked him there, not intentionally, just by luck. I go ahead and take this low out because I know I can keep, even though the 704 is about to retrack or repair, I can still probably get up behind him. But it was a close call. I really should have moved in quicker than that, because he almost had a shot here on me. But luckily, he tries to stop, and I just get my shot off faster than he does, which is a lucky thing. So now this T-34 is lining up on me, and I don't know why he didn't fire. His gun may have been out. Maybe his gun was out and he was waiting for it to repair. Nope, it wasn't out.
They killed our driver.
Or he repaired it. So then I see this shot here, and I try to maneuver. I've also got the Foch coming in again. Got some friendlies behind me, thank goodness. So I've killed now 4 with 3,924 damage. takes out that other T34. And then I think, okay, well, is this Foch turning around to face him? And sure enough, he was. It's the bad thing about being a tank destroyer, especially with multi-fronts. You don't want to get in these situations. So then I wait, and somebody else gets him. Yep. That is the way it goes. So I only had 4 kills on this. But 43-51, I believe, maybe a little more once that's XVM's. I almost got a shot here too. Oh, not quite. Oh yeah, that was. If I'd been able to get that Foch and get Top Gun, this would have really been a great game. Just okay, here's the battle we just saw on Ruinberg. This is the T34. We did get the. No, we didn't. I keep thinking that every time I see a high dollar amount or a credit amount gained now, I think, oh, that 300,000 must be in there. But no, this is just regular income on potentially a times 2. Nope, not even a times 2, just a times 1. Unless the events aren't showing. Maybe that's why. I thought events do show on here, though. Do they show on here or don't they show on here? I think the event must be involved with this, don't you think? No, it is 4,300 damage. I don't know. Now it's got me confused. All right, well, either the 300,000 is in here, it's just not showing because I'm on World of Tank Replays and it doesn't quite know how to interpret that event, which is possible. Or, which even with the 300,000, it was still 121,000 game, which that sounds about right, actually. So I'm going to say it was the 300,000 was the event one. Okay, so, but a 2,000 experience and a sniper award. And as you can see, just, you know, massive 4,351. I mean, I couldn't be happier in terms of outcome for my... That was quite a good outcome for my training my crew, obviously. 1399 in base experience. And, I mean, look at their team. One of their T30s did pretty well at 3189. And the other T30 2241, but I mean, it was just a downhill from there on. You know, I mean, their Foch did 1980. He was their best player. So, and only killed 1. So that's what I mean in terms of random events. Sometimes you get these, you know, I mean, just even putting it like, you know, what if the ELC hadn't driven by where it did? Would I have gone down the same street? I might have pulled up forward. I mean, it changes the dynamics. Every little thing in the game changes the dynamics of a battle to some degree, maybe a small degree. And sometimes good players will obviously know, okay, well, it doesn't matter. Don't chase the squirrel. In other words, you know, just because that ELC runs through, if you're in a fast tank, don't run after it because you might, you might have in that scenario gotten killed by one of those other tanks coming up the other way. Anyway, so that is that battle. So I guess I'll close this video by showing you my new T32. All that work in the T34 to grind my crew up to 100%. You can see they're now at 100% and actually almost up to 50% on all their first skills and such. I decided to give the commander mentor because maybe that'll push these guys along a little faster, although I don't see that it's actually pushing them along any faster. And I guess they were all... these guys, I was wrong about that commander having, I must have been thinking of another tank. These guys were all at essentially brand new and had no skills whatsoever. Because I was able to set the commander at mentor, so I wouldn't have been able to do that if he already had a skill working. So, yeah, the T-34 did a very admirable job on those, on both those battles. You know, again, this tank really does prove that for a tier 8, it is just a monster. I'll give you a perfect example. I mean, look at the hull turret armor. The hull armor is 102, 76, 51. The turret armor is 279 front, 127 side, 203 rear. Take a look at the T-32. The base T-32, what you start with the base turret, it does have slightly better frontal hull armor of 127, 76, and 51. And remember, the T-32 was 76. Excuse me. The T-34 was 76 and 51. So essentially, you've got the same side and rear armor. You just have moderately better frontal armor. But look at the turret. 114 frontal armor on this, and 76 on the sides and back. 114. Practically everything can shoot through this at tier 8. I mean, this is an awful, awful awful turret. I've been killed so many times in this thing already. I mean, let me see what my. I'm not sure this will mean anything. Maybe my teams have won, but see, I have a 50% win ratio. But I'm losing. I'm essentially my survivability rating. Battle survived 0% battle survived. I mean, that is crazy. I've every battle I've played in so far, which has only been 4, I have died in every battle because this thing. Even on the last battle, I tried to stay hidden. I said, okay, I'll have to play this thing as a sniper. You know, it's only got the 90mm right now. And when you first get this, just so you know, here's your research tree. I was able to, with my previous research, I was able to go up to the top engine. I was able to go to the upgraded radio. And what is the weight? 80? Oh, actually weighs less. But obviously I need to research the turret and the tracks. And I did have the top gun as well as I could get the best gun. Probably from my play in like the mediums, like the Pershing, and the M46. I'm guessing this is the same gun as the M46. So that's good. I can get this gun when I can, I've already bought the gun, I believe. It's just not able to be armed. Or maybe I haven't bought it yet. But anyways, I can't arm it because it is too heavy. Or whatever. When I had the money, it said too heavy. So I need to get the tank. I need to get the treads. So that's 14,500. But then I'll need the turret because without the turret, you are just. I mean, this turret, the upgraded turret, has over twice the frontal armor. It has 298. So it's even got more frontal armor than the T34 turret. The T34 turret, but it's another 21,000 in XP. So I'm not sure whether to play for a while and get free XP and just and do both of these. That's a lot of XP to get. If I could upgrade the gun, I might play around with my weights to see if I can essentially load this gun and maybe take away the top engine. Let's see what the engine weighs. 569, 556. Yeah, may be able to step the engine down in order to get the 105mm gun. That would obviously help me potentially in alpha damage. But again, this is one of those gun scenarios. They see that's why they're both rated as tier 8s. This is a 7.89 rate of fire with 170 pen and 240 damage. And this is only a 4.76 rate of fire with 198 pen and 320 alpha damage. But much worse accuracy at 0.42 and 2.3 aiming time versus the 0.38 and 2.3 aiming time on this. Well, not much worse, but 0.42 is pretty inaccurate. This means this is going to be a brawler tank, essentially, which with that turret and hull down, or at least playing your lower hull the best you can, is probably the best role for the T32, versus this would be the sniper gun, obviously. But again, with 170 pen versus 198, that's still decent pen, even at tier 8. Unless when you're in tier 10 battles, you're going to essentially be looking to troll tanks from the rear and things like that. So, that all said, I'm still looking forward to getting the M103. I mean, that's kind of why I'm playing through these. Not so much interested in the... oh, darn it, I hate when I do this. The M103, the E5. Yeah, I guess I would like to get the E5. Anyways, so that all said, hope you enjoyed those T34 battles, and I'll try to come back with some more new stuff. I played on the test server recently, as you might have seen one of my videos, so I got a chance to play bat chats and leopards and all stuff that I had never played before. It was kind of interesting, kind of fun. There is a glitch, though, on the server where some of the tanks you've bought you can't play again after you've played them once or whatever. There's some kind of, that tank's not ready, even though it is fully ready to play, but the game says it's not ready. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, and fire well on the battle. No, that's what. Let's see, what's a good end phrase for me? Jingles has got that, see ya on the battlefield, or stay safe on the battlefield, or whatever it is, and forget what side strafe's got something. He's got some kind of end catchphrase. I'll be seeing you through my reticle. Yeah, that's a good one. This is Armorama, and I will be seeing you through my reticle. You are doomed. All right, well, that's enough silliness. Bye-bye.